Hello, friend. This is Jimmy from Can Have an Immigration Canada. We are in business of immigration since 2013, and our headquarters is in Calgary, Alberta, and helping clients across the globe since 2013. And all of our immigration consultants are a member of RCC. Um, let's talk about some of the new updates for last week or so. First, we'll go through some of the PNP invitation that has been given by province of Quebec and British Columbia. Uh, Two provinces have issued ITAs in their general draws last week. As you guys all know, BC is going to pause their PNP program for 1 month starting next week because of the new tier system starting in November. So before that, they want to make some changes in the plan and going to pause and hold on their current system so that the new application will go under the new system. Let's talk about this program, these two provinces, and who have given some of the invitations. During the last week, Quebec has invited 1,195 skilled workers to apply for their permanent selection on September 29. There were no specific knocks or location granted in this draw. Candidate had to have a profile in the ARIMA portal under the expression of interest system with a score of at least 597 or more. This is a lower score than the last general draw, which was 620. So the points have gone down. That was a good news for all of those who were there. And if we look at the draw that has been taken in British Columbia, they have invited more than 364 candidates for their PNP program on October the 12th. There was their general draw. The invitation were issued to the candidate in a skilled worker and the international graduate categories, and also included express entry candidate. The candidates in the general draw had a minimum SIRS score of 78 for the entry level and semi-skilled candidates. SIRS acts much like the express entry, but is only used for the BCPNP program. The province also held round of invitation for the candidate working in early childhood educators and assistants in under the NOC code of 4214 with a score of 60 at least. Healthcare worker from the skilled worker, international graduate, entry level and semi-skilled with the minimum score of at least 60 points. Healthcare assistants from the entry level and semi-skilled, again with the minimum score of 60. And other priority occupations under the BCPNP program with the minimum score of 60. So that was the little update from both of these provinces for their PNP updates. If we look at another big problem within the Canada immigration as of now is a immigration backlog. The backlog still at 2.6 million applications so far. Government is trying so hard to get this backlog down and the service standard to their normal standards. That was before COVID, but as of now, it doesn't look like it's going in the right direction. Whether they have promised so many measures. Couple of months ago, last month, we have heard about they're hiring 1,300 new employees to get rid of this backlog. But if as of starting of this month, backlog is still at 2.6 million application. So this is not a good news for all of you who are in the queue and waiting for the results on their application. The new Another new update that's coming for the temporary foreign worker programs, the temporary foreign workers who are here in Canada on work permit visas. Canada has introduced some of the new strength and protection for the temporary foreign worker, given some of the rights to the temporary foreign workers, and also make some stricter rules for the employers who are hiring temporary foreign workers. So the main point under behind this legislation is to give more authority to the temporary foreign workers. So if they get harassed by their employers or if they are not treated well, they can come out and lodge a complaint against an employer, and the inquiry will be taken care by the IRCC. Also, they're planning to have a stricter guidelines for the inspections of the employer's facility where the temporary foreign workers are working. So the frequency will be high now, instead of going like once in 2 year for the employer or asking them for providing the paperwork. Now it could be like every year or every 6 months. They haven't given the proper time frame, but it's going to happen pretty soon. For the express entry candidate, the Canada invite another 4,250 candidates in the latest all program express entry draw for the last week. Also, if we look at the job vacancies and the job rate in the service industry, as far we are concerned, this the occupancy remain very high and steady. So there are tons and tons of opportunities if you're coming to Canada under your PR stream, or you're already here in Canada under the postgrad work permit, or you're a student. So there are a lot of opportunities to grab for all of you. Canada is also inviting 23,100 interesting potential sponsor for their parents and grandparents program for the 2022. Under this program, you do not need to apply separately. If you have applied in 2020 under the parents and grandparents sponsorship program, that's it. All those they have a database of around 155,000 application, or the sponsors who applied in 2020. So they are going to get another 23,100 applications and sending them the invitation this week and by the end of the next week. If you will be selected for this category, so you will receiving an email with an invitation, and then you'll have 2 months to submit your complete application. Again, employment rises as Canada's labor force shrinks slightly. So again, there are tons and tons of opportunities. As we were speaking, there are close to 1 million job opportunities as of now in Canada to grab. A lot of them in high skill service sector, low skill petroleum, healthcare, truck driver are among the ones they are really in shortage. And also, Canada had lifted COVID-19 vaccine mandate for all travelers, including those with a criminal record. If you are coming from anywhere to Canada and you have a criminal record, and but you don't have any other vaccine mandates are not there. So if you are planning to come to Canada, you do not need to fill the uh, app for Travel Canada's app for coming to Canada. Plus, you do not need to show that you are vaccinated fully or partially, or you don't have any vaccine. So all those mandates have been lifted. There will be no random checks at the airport as of now, but these things could change anytime. So that's not a guarantee that I'll stay when you are planning to travel, but the rule of thumb is always check the travel guidelines for the country where you're going to. So that will save your time and money. So these are the few a few updates for last week. I'll keep you guys updated if there'll be anything else comes up. Till then, you guys all have a good day. Thank you.